I'm George A. Crawford III, and I've stated on here that I'm too good to work for less than 10 figures a year, 5 million a year. I mean it sincerely as an American. As a full-blooded American, red-blooded American man, I can't tolerate the disrespect I've experienced here in the Kansas City area, in the Topeka, Kansas, at the State Real Estate Commission and Securities Commission, in the Johnson County Courthouse, in the Kansas City, Missouri, Jackson County Courthouse, Osawatomie State Hospital, and Johnson County Mental Health System here in Kansas City area. I've been told that Purdue. I've been told my master's from Purdue doesn't matter. I've been told my engineering degree doesn't matter. My genius IQ doesn't matter. By people who get paid more than $5 an hour as employees of these various places I've mentioned, and Merrill Lynch, Smith, Barney, Payne, Weber, where I've owned the place. The people that work there have said it doesn't matter, and the courthouse has backed them up. My father just died 2 days ago. He told me my degrees don't matter. He's been telling me this for 25 years. He supposedly earned a Harvard Law degree and Pennsylvania economics degree, Wharton School of Finance, economics. He has told me for the last 25, 30 years to don't talk about my degrees. They don't matter. They're self-proclaimed top degrees, that people will laugh at me if I talk about degrees. Well, anyone who says my degrees doesn't matter is the equivalent to a flunk out of high school and should be disrespected and locked up until they're dead. Well, I'm living lifestyles of luxury, and that's the way it's supposed to be, because the precedent is established that I worked before my high school diploma at Safeway as a scab and Woolworths. And that experience, it will not be erased. What was said to me, the lack of money I was paid, no matter what I did, to have a higher ACT score than the chairman of the board wasn't good enough. Telling the company meant nothing. Any company. Owning the company doesn't mean you get a paycheck. In reality, ownership means nothing. So, I will stand by the statements that I am 100% correct, that once degrees matter, they always matter. And people who say my degrees don't matter are the equivalent to high school dropouts and should be disrespected in a manner greater than the manner I've been disrespected. The people who have disrespected me should themselves be disrespected in a greater magnitude, because I should never have been disrespected by them to begin with. So their punishment should be a very higher, greater level of disrespect by people who are inferior, such as the people who have disrespected me are inferior to me. Inferior in education degrees and ACT score. They have told me I'm mentally ill, that I think I have great powers, I'm grandiose and delusional. Told me that owning companies doesn't mean you own the company. What the accounting book says isn't right. People told me that in the Osawatomie State Hospital, Johnson County Mental Health employees, and the Kansas State Securities Commission. People told me that no American, no one is supposed to make more than $30,000 a year while I'm locked up under court order with guns. A nurse, Frances House, she said that. And she walked out of the room and said she personally gets $40,000 a year, and then in a couple of days I was locked up in jail after that with her order saying I was crazy. And you see, all this shit's been going on since about 85, 86. And that's the reason a few years ago, 2 years ago, I got angry and put a nuke remark of these various places on my Craigslist resumes, which I spent time in jail for, about September till a day or two before Christmas, two Christmases ago. And then I was on house arrest from Christmas until May. And then last year, May till this year's May, I was on probation. Now I'm not on probation, but I'm bankrupt. No hedge fund license because I feel like it. I can't do hostile takeovers because I can't, I walk in there saying I want to do an IPO of my own company or a hostile takeover because they're not maximizing stock owner value according to my calculations of various companies. I started doing that after my Purdue master's degree, and that's when they started throwing me in jail. Saying I'm trespassing at Merrill Lynch, then Smith Barney, then Payne Weber. And they told me, that's bullshit's been going on. Corporate raiders do exist. Hedge fund managers exist. Hostile takeovers. Hostile takeovers were precedented to be done by corporate raiders. What is a corporate raider? What's a hostile takeover? Green Mailing. We'll go back to Mike Milken and all those guys, and these Carl Icahn guys doing the hostile takeovers. See, all that's been done in the time period since I've been out of Purdue, or I've been locked up so I'm crazy, and these other people are doing becoming billionaires. Hostile takeovers are now shareholder activists. Look, it's all about putting $1 billion in the individual's pocket. When it's all said and done, it's just about some people are getting a job, a business license, and putting billions of dollars annually in their own pocket. And that's all it is, simple as that. So, based on those precedents, I will not tolerate the disrespect, and I have to get 10 figures a year. And the people who have disrespected me need to be disrespected themselves to a greater level of magnitude, and by people inferior to themselves, because the people who have disrespected me are inferior to me. And they need to be disrespected to a greater magnitude because they're punk faggots like they always were punks. You say my degrees don't matter, you're a flunk out of high school, and I get more money than you ever dreamed of, because you're a faggot punk flunk out of high school, and I'm better than you are. That goes for doctors and lawyers around here. First semester of engineering proved that, didn't it? High school dropout.